Hi everybody, Matt here. Welcome back to Simply Strength. I thought I'd do a reaction video this morning, the first of its kind on this channel, to a headline that I woke up to this morning on the BBC website. And I've included the link to it below, along with the prior headline from 2013. Essentially, it's important for most men to listen to this, but also provides fuel for MGTOWs universally. And it concerns a guy called Dale Vince, who his ex-wife is winning some cash in a divorce battle 20 years after they divorced. So I'll read the prior article just to give you a bit of background and provide a bit of emphasis on this. Apparently Dale Vince is a ecotricity tycoon. It's a business that he's set up. Green energy tycoon. In 2013 he won an appeal against his ex-wife's claim for maintenance, and this is more than 20 years after they actually divorced. He's a millionaire, 51, from Gloucestershire, and he appealed after the High Court refused to strike out his ex-wife's claim. And the judges ruled that Mr. Vince was not Kathleen White, his ex-wife's insurer against life's eventualities. They had practically no income when they divorced in 1992. So, now that it's 30 years since the Forest Green Rovers, I assume that's obviously a football club, since they separated, they shared a new age lifestyle when Mr. Vince had little or no income, so they were skint. And this was obviously years before he built up his business empire. Married when they were 20 and 22 respectively, so very young. Surviving on benefits, so you could argue that getting married at that age is stupid in its own right, but having a kid is also even more stupid. You know, you could almost argue that it's abusive if you decide to have a kid, knowing that you can't financially support it. And in any case, his ex-wife, it was ultimately her decision. No one forced her to have the kid, no one forced her not to have the kid, so it was her choice. But all you guys out there are aware of this. He was absolutely penniless, and this Lord Justice Thorpe has said the husband was the most improbable candidate for affluence. But as we know, anyone can aspire to success and be successful. The wife quotes, the wife can no doubt appeal to his sense of charity, but in my judgment he is not to be compelled to boost the wife's income by the exercise of the jurisdiction under the Matrimonial Clauses Act 1973. End quote. So the couple, who had a son in May 1981, separated in 1984 and their divorce was finalised in 1992, but Mr. Vince was not ordered to pay any maintenance. That's how poor he was. Obviously then, 3 years later, he launched himself as a businessman, and he set up a wind energy business, creating a wind turbine out of recycled parts, I believe. And this has become ecotricity. Lord Justice Thorpe said that may have prompted Miss White to apply to the Child Support Agency in 1997. No kidding. Which was reviewed but resulted in a nil assessment. And then she applied again in 2001. It was withdrawn, and then in 2010, after consulting 4 different solicitors over the years, Miss White instructed new lawyers to issue an application for financial remedy. Okay, so that's a bit of background on the 2013 article. Fast forward to the present day, this morning. Dale Vince's ex-wife wins divorce cash battle. So she's been told that the £1.9 million payout she hoped to secure from him is out of the question. But nevertheless, she's won a landmark Supreme Court bid to claim cash from a millionaire ex-husband 20 years after the fact. So, as we know, she first took legal action against him in 2011, and he argued that she lodged the claim too late. And he's absolutely right. How can you come back after all this time purely because you've gone away and bust your ass and created a business? And it's got... Did she contribute to that business? Did she draw up any plans for blueprints for the parts or the design? Did she help him along with, putting the business together, business plan? Any of that shit? No, I don't think so. Delivering the ruling, Lord Wilson said the court must have regard to the contribution of each party to the welfare of the family, including by looking after the home or caring for the family. Oh, dear me. Open season. Absolutely open season. You got that right. So the pair had a son, Dane, and lived a New Age traveller lifestyle before their eventual divorce. Lord Wilson said Miss White had raised a son through 16 years of real hardship. Who's to blame for that? Her claim was legally recognisable and not an abusive process, he said, although the 1.9 million payout she'd hoped to secure was too high. It's obvious even at this stage that an award approaching that size is out of the question. So, at the bottom of the article, towards the bottom of the article, we've got some analysis by Clive Coleman, who's the BBC Legal Affairs correspondent. It's a striking ruling that underlies the fact that there's no time limit for ex-spouses to apply to a court for a financial settlement following a divorce, however weak their claim may be. So this guy, he was actually lucky to get away with having to pay no maintenance because he was that poor. But obviously we can see that marriage is so dangerous in the way it operates towards men. It just cannot be. There's no rationale for doing it at all, because look at this guy. He's now had to look over his shoulder. And if this sets the precedent, what's going to happen in future? You've got to look over your shoulder in case some woman's going to come and claim for money you've made that she's got nothing to do with. Unbelievable. So I'd urge you to go away and read the article. Obviously the decision of the court is insane, but it just provides more fuel to the fire that, marriages should be out of the question for anyone with a sane mind. And obviously having children, if you can't financially support them, that's equally insane. So I'd like to know your thoughts on this and expand on it. I'm sure many of you will have read the article already if you tuned into this sort of thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. So again, I'd love to hear your comments, thoughts and perspective down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you found this video useful and would like to help me continue to make the best videos possible, please do check out my Patreon page. Thank you and take care.